All right, hello everybody. This is Ryan Smith and Roy Smith from Round Rock ISD. I'm with the Professional Development Department, and Roy is the English Department Chair at Round Rock High School. And we are here to discuss the latest collaboration that we're partnering with the Teachers Guild, which is circling around how we might redesign parent-teacher conferences and that relationship between parents and schools. And we noticed that a lot of the conversations and experiences so far have been from an elementary or middle school lens, so we thought we'd bring in Roy, who actually is my father, put that out there right now. So he's family. That's why he agreed to do this. But he's a high school teacher, so he's going to kind of tell us a little bit about what that relationship looks like at high school, and then some ideas on what, as we redesign things, that it could look differently. So, Father, go ahead. What are some ways that you collaborate with parents at this point?
Right now in high school, because most high school teachers have anywhere from 130 to 160, even more students. So the only thing we have available right now is back to school night, which gives parents an opportunity to come and spend a little bit of time with their teacher. But that's a limited time because they're also going to maybe as many as 8 teachers. And so there's maybe 10 or 15 minutes tops that they get to talk and get a feel for what's going on in the classroom. But outside of that, most parent-teacher conferences in high school are on an ad-need basis. Mm-hmm. So a parent can contact the teacher can contact the parent, and they can sit down and discuss what's going on in the class.
Very good. And I know one thing we enjoy working with the Teachers Guild in this design thinking process is it lets us kind of think outside the box a little bit. Like if we were starting over, what might it look like? So what are some things that if we were starting over that high school could do to have a different type of feel with parents and teachers?
The interesting thing is, like when my son was young, and we would go to parent-teacher conferences, the thing I liked about that the most was I got to know the teacher. I got the feeling for what was going on in the classroom, but it also helped because then when I heard something coming home, I also had the teachers. I knew the teacher, so I could maybe filter through what was being said with what the teacher was saying. But once we get to high school, that kind of goes away. And so we don't have as many relationships. But I know personally with my students, I know a number of the parents, and it changes the dynamic in the classroom because I can talk to the student about his or her mother or father or whomever I've met. And it just makes for a closer bond between teacher and student. So what I might consider, and actually talking about this got me thinking about it, is perhaps, because like I have 150 or 60 students, it's almost like being my own little school, if I look at it that way, and perhaps having something to the effect of a town meeting more, where it's just me that I can invite parents in, maybe even 2 or 3 times a year, to where not only just to meet them, but where I can really kind of explain more than I do in that back to school night 15 minutes, what's going on in school, how I'm grading, how I'm looking at what's being sent home, kind of the expectations that the parents can have for me, but also what they can do to help their student while they're in school. And I think it might break down, at least I would suspect it would, break down the barrier between parents and teachers and make more of a partnership as far as helping their children be as successful as they can be.
Yeah, there might be some opportunities too for some informal conversation and kind of networking and culture building, in that type of setting.
And that happens now with some of our parents who are involved in PTA and other things like that I see at school. It's great because we get to talk, and it's not always necessarily even about their son or daughter. It's just getting to know one another, and I get a different view of the student than just in the classroom. I get a feel of them as a son or a daughter as well. And so for me, it just adds an extra level of connection between me and the student and also the parents.
Well, excellent. Well, thanks. We wanted to just do this quick empathy interview to kind of gauge a little bit about where we are with parent connections, at this point. And we're looking forward to the next steps in the design thinking process and working with the Teachers Guild. And I believe ID8 is up next. So if you're from Round Rock ISD and you're watching this video, please do go to teachersguild.org and join the collaboration, get your voice out there, and give some ideas on how we could look at teacher-parent conferences a little differently and share some of the great things that we're doing already. So with that, we're going to sign off, and everybody have a great day.
All right, thank you.